Morning, everybody. It's a little chilly out, a little nippy out this morning here in Texas. My dog has decided that this is the moment to drink water right behind me. Yeah, no, it's a little chilly out, but I thought I better jump on here because today is just so busy, and I better jump on here really quick. Morning, Steve. Didn't I just see you, Steve? Considering he's in my house. Yeah, I guess I just saw him. Hey, morning, Patrick. I thought I'd better jump on here and get a conscious coffee out and share just a couple little tidbits of some things I've been working on. Tantric practitioner training. Yesterday I was working on our third class, I believe it is, for the Tantric practitioner training level 1. So if anybody did not know that I was doing that, certification is in the works. It is happening, and guess what? There's actually just a few spots open for that, so you can always jump on because this training is recorded live and downloadable and available for a lifetime accessible. Also gets you into the possibility of doing level 2, level 3, and making it to our retreat in Costa Rica next May, which I'm excited about. But that's not what this is about at all. Last night, though, as I was prepping the training for tomorrow night for everybody, some of the stuff that I'm going to be working through with my students is about awareness, touch, awareness, and the importance of it, and how that is on the tantric path. And that just kind of made me think about, how we are really disconnected from touch. We don't have very good awareness skills at all in today's world. Our hearing, our listening skills suck. Our, able to see skills suck. Our conscious touch and being able to tune into the sensations absolutely stink, to the point that, I can get a group of people together and I can ask them, what is the sensation in your body? Now, when I use the word, what is the sensation in your body? A lot of the times people will say, well, I feel nervous. I feel anxious. I feel great. Now, I'm going to actually throw Steve under the bus. Steve, you're going under the bus. Love you. You're going under the bus. Yesterday, we were having a conversation about sex, and we were having this conversation about sensation and sex and feeling during sex and all this yummy, juicy talk on, just that and the arousal of it. And I remember Steve saying that, that he has great sensation. And I always say, well, Steve has great cock consciousness, because he does. He has great sensation there and just wonderful consciousness in that area. And haha, beep, 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 beep. But no, so, and a lot of the work that I do with men, I talk about cock consciousness. Like, you need to bring your consciousness into your body, because that's what embodiment is. It's about coming into the body and being aware, conscious in the physical body, to the point that you can actually feel and sense different things at different levels. And he was saying that, that he can actually feel at a very deep level different things. So like during penetrative sex, that he can feel the cervix, he can feel the G-spot, he can feel the different, ripples and different, layers of the vaginal canal and everything. Most men, so I have learned, can't do that. They feel friction, they feel warmth, they feel wetness. And I've asked guys, like, what does it feel like when you're having sex? And they'll be like, it's warm, it's soft, it's wet. Okay, great. Those are generalized sensations. But like, tell me what you actually are feeling. What does orgasm actually feel like? Oh, it feels great. That's not a sensation. Great is not a sensation. Great and can be linked to emotion. I feel wonderful, I feel blissful, I feel turned on, I feel this, but it's not a physical sensation. Great is not a physical sensation. Okay, what does it actually feel like? So when we talk about this cock consciousness, or the consciousness of the pussy, and being embodied at that level, You know, it's not even about the sex. Here's the thing. It's not about the sex. It's about embodiment. It's about awareness. It's about being connected to self and being able to tune in. But in today's world, we have so many outside influences of so much noise and chatter. And I'm not just talking about noise and chatter from people, but we've got our TVs. We've got so many people are into gaming big time that they're willing to disconnect from the physical world for the games. They're willing to disconnect from the physical world for social media purposes. Our phones go bzz, and we all jump. You know, it's like, oh, who did what? Where? What's happening? What's happening on this social media platform? Who just emailed me? Who texted me? What are they saying? And we jump to it. Yesterday, I was talking to my daughter. She's 16. She works for a smoothie bar, and she was telling me she holds the key, so she's like one step underneath manager and everything. She's kind of, the mini big boss, extra mini because she's short. No, but she was telling me that she's being driven nutso by this one kid that's working. He's the same age as her, 16, but he runs around and he pulls his phone out every single time. He'll be in the middle of making a smoothie and his phone will go bzz, and he pulls his phone out, sets everything down, stops what he's doing with the customer or with the work that he's doing to examine his phone to see what the bzz was. And number one, that's against policy, but she's like, my phone's in my back pocket. I have to have it in my back pocket because I'm in contact with the owner. I'm in contact with the manager. I'm answering this, that. I'm dealing with all this stuff. She's like, so of course my phone's on me, but even with everybody that I'm in contact with that I have to answer back to in the midst of a shift, I don't answer my phone when I'm in the midst of being aware of what is going on, when I'm making a smoothie, when I'm doing certain work, when I'm, talking to a customer. I'm not going to answer that bzz, it does not need to be answered in that moment. It can wait. And I'm like, amen to that. At least she understands that whatever the phone is doing, it can wait. But us adults, so many of adults don't get that. We hear the bzz, we hear a ring, a ding, a whatever, and instantaneously we go, okay, what was that? Like, who was that? What was that? What's the message? And we can be in connection with somebody, but we're not in connection with somebody because we just disembodied the moment, and we're now thinking about, I wonder what that was. I wonder who that was. So we're no longer present in the moment. Now, we even do this during our sex. We do. Like, where are our phones at when we're having sex? Chances are they're right next to the bedside, or they're in your purse, or they're laying next to you, or shit, they might even be in your hand, right? Because I know plenty of people that can't connect with their physical partners because they're so addicted to the little screen. They're so addicted to actually having to see visual stimulation of some sort that the visual stimulation of their partner is not good enough, because real life, it doesn't give the same. They've trained their brain, they've trained their neurons to react over here instead of to real life. So they're no longer embodied. There's zero presence there. There's no connection. Sensation, what's that? I don't feel. I'm thinking the sensation. I'm not feeling the sensation. Big difference. And this causes massive issues in relationship. On both sides, both parties end up sitting there going, I just want to be seen. I just want to be felt. I just want to be held. I just want to be understood. I just wish that I had depth. I wish that I could be vulnerable. I wish that I could trust. I wish. But we have disconnected, and we have disembodied ourselves and our relationships, all of them, because we are so caught by the chaos and the noise. And the way through this is to put the small screen down in those moments, to silence the phone. My phone is typically always silenced to the point that most people know she's not going to hear it. She's not going to answer. I'll get to it when I actually take the moment to look at it, because I don't want to hear I don't want to have the sidetrack. I don't want that. I'd rather have the stillness, the silence, so that I can remain present in the moment with the person that I am with, or with the experience that I am with. Sensing and feeling every aspect of it to the best of my current ability. And what is that? That's connection. That's intimacy. That's how we build trust. That's how we actually get seen. That's how we actually get felt. That's how we feel. That's how we see. That's how we do it, because we're not up here. We're now here. We're now here. And that requires stillness. That requires silence. That requires the desire to be present and to take our life experience to a deeper, more intimate level. But is it worth it, right? Is it worth it? A lot of people go, yeah, no, I'm not going to, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't just, I'm going to go stir crazy if the radio's not on in the car, and if the TV's not playing when I get home, turn the TV on, or if I'm not watching, whatever's on YouTube first thing, or if I'm not scrolling through this or scrolling through that, or you don't understand, I have this position at work and I've got to, respond to emails quickly, promptly with that, or else I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to bullshit. If you have that kind of a job, well, then you need to reevaluate your life a little bit, because no job should own your ass at that level. You should be able to have some sort of space to take a shower in silence, to make love to your partner connected and not be thinking about the phone. You should be able to have a family dinner and not have the phones going bzz, 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 and actually connect to the people that you claim that you love. You should be able to have some still moments for yourself so you can completely decompress this and away from the mind and get into the body, so that you know yourself. Because as long as you're up here in the chaos, you don't know who the fuck you are. That's the reality. When we live in this constant chaos, we no longer know ourselves. And the number one thing that people come to coaches for, any kind, whatever the coach label is out there, I don't care what they do, what their niche is. The number one thing that people come to coaches for is happiness. The second thing that they come to coaches for is I know myself. Those are the two things. Every topic comes back to those two things, and those two things are one. They are not two. In order to gain happiness, in order to feel satisfied, in order to really truly enjoy this life and call in the abundance, the blessing that we want and that we so deserve, we must, without a doubt, know thyself first. And how are you ever going to know yourself if you cannot even embody yourself? If you're not embodying yourself, who the fuck is embodying you? What are you allowing in? Whose beliefs are actually being spoken, being lived, being acted out? Who are you? Are you a compilement of this world out here? Or are you yourself? Can you say that you stand firm in your beliefs and that they are actually yours? Or have you just purchased and borrowed them from somebody else without question? Know thyself. Get into just a moment of stillness. A moment of stillness. And watch the magic happen in every area. And the reality is if you want great sex, you want that gourmet sex that you hear me talking about, you want to know how certain magical tricks can happen when you, and if anybody's seen the videos of like what I've got going on right now, is I have 10 sessions where I'm working people through quantum field tantra, and that is all about the energetics, where we can actually experience orgasmic level energy moving through our body and all the way, and I'm talking like full body orgasm without ever being touched. How is that possible? How is that possible? Well, it requires a knowing of thyself. It requires an ability to find stillness within the being and to tap into a presence level of embodiment that most people, like 90+% of people, have zero concept of. So, are you going to remain in that 90%? Or are you going to come over into the 10%? And I'm being nice here because I don't actually think it's 10%. I think it's more like 2%. You know, the numbers are the numbers on anything, and there's always like 98% goes that way and 2% goes this way, and it's like there's 2% of the population holds the wealth, and 2% of the population also holds awareness, and 2% of population can embody themselves and know themselves. 2% of the population gets what self-improvement does. 2% of the population has turned on dynamic relationships. 2% of the population has outstanding well-being, and the other 98%, they're just, that's what average and ordinary is. Average and ordinary is falling into that ravine of what media tells you, of what church and state, parent and neighbor, what news, is saying, oh, this happens, and these beliefs of, oh, I'm now this age, so this is going to happen. I've now had sex with this many people, so this is what this means. Because I live in this area, this is what this means. Because my child is this age, that's what I should expect. All this kind of stuff. That is all just social expectations. Does that have to be your belief? No, it doesn't. You can go against the grain and you can live the fucking life that you want. You can call in the blessings that you want. You can have the vitality that you want. You can have the abundance that you want. You can have the relationships that you want. You can have the career that you want. You can live a fulfilled, satisfied life, but you've got to be willing to embody yourself, which means know thyself, which means step away from the norm. Step away from the norm and truly tap into who you really are, which is a very worthy, very divine powerhouse of human energy that can transform so much. Your consciousness is what creates your world. So just realize that. It is your consciousness. And you choose to be conscious or to be asleep. So I encourage you today to wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. Tap in to your power. Just look for one area that you can lean in and get really present. Just one conversation today. Actually make eye contact. Go left eye to left eye and make eye contact with that person. Just a soft gaze. Keep your phone silenced today. Speak to people with that soft eye contact, with your body in a soft, comfortable position. Breathe into your body in that moment, like deep in, no shoulders up and down, but deep into your stomach. And come from here instead of here. Allow yourself to actually hear the person as they speak. Whether you agree or disagree does not matter. What is important is your awareness, your consciousness in the moment, your presence with that person, and most importantly, your presence in self to truly feel. And just notice what the true sensations of your body are speaking to you in that moment. Not what you are thinking, not the thoughts that you are forcing, not even the thoughts that are coming in that moment, not the emotions that are rising up, but what is the physical body actually saying to you. Just slow down for just one conversation and do that. And notice the shifting of your life. Notice the things that you did not even realize about yourself. The space that you're in. The person that you're speaking to. The assumptions, the expectations that you had. All of that stuff. Just notice and see how different your reality can actually be. And if you want to really level this up, take it to the bedroom, do that with your lover, and really get present with them. Because that can make some magical results there. Okay, guys, I am off and running. There's a smoothie with my name on it and a yoga class with my name on it. So I need to get my ass in gear and get going. Let me see. In the comment section, you're going to see the Tantric Holistic Practitioner Certification. Like I said, it is not too late to sign up for level 1 training on that. That will get you in as far as with level 2 and level 3 as well. You must do level 1 in order to get to level 2 and 3. You are 3 classes behind, but this has been all recorded. You do get one-on-one time with me as well. I am right here to hold hands and to guide. So make sure that you explore that. If, of course, that is not on your spectrum, you have no give a shit about becoming a tantric practitioner, which is a whole bunch of people out there, but you want to know more about how to incorporate stillness, how to bring presence into your life, what embodiment really means, the power of it, and what are the actual steps to actually gain that so that you can have these turned on dynamic fuck yes relationships and life and call in the abundance that you want, because you're like, hey, you know what, I kind of sort of feel like I'm worthy of this stuff, but I just don't know how to actually open up and receive it. Well, then message me for deets on one-on-one coaching, because I coach with people all over the world on this topic and more. Let me help you claim your life, claim your embodiment, claim your purpose, claim your worth today. I love you guys. As always, stop existing, start living, and I will catch you tomorrow with another Conscious Coffee.